Okay, in the previous class we saw about evaluating the cross product given two vectors A, that is in terms of its components, rectangular components, you can say Cartesian components. So AY j cap and AZ k cap, let us say, and you have vector V which is split into three components, Bx I cap plus By j cap plus Bz k cap, right? Okay, now I asked you to do the analytical multiplication. Okay, however, there is one small shortcut which you can remember to solve this quite easily. Okay, now cross check with the result what we get now with the result what you have got earlier, right? Now I asked you to do the multiplication, right? So totally you will be getting 9 terms. Okay, 3 into 3, 9 terms you will be getting. Now some of them will be 0 and some of them you have to perform cross product and check what will be the final result, right? Now what we will do here is A cross B. Okay, A cross B, it can be easily determined by taking something like this. Okay, now what we'll do is you will actually learn this in mathematics. We'll call it as the determinant. Okay, determinant will say. Okay, determinant, I think you know it already, determinant of a matrix. Fine. Now yeah, if you don't know, it's no problem. First column what we'll do is first row. All right, so horizontal are rows, verticals are columns, right? So first row we'll write it as I cap, j cap and k cap. Okay, I cap, j cap, k cap. Now in the next row we'll write the components of your vector A. So that is Ax, Ay and Az. Alright. Now the last third row we'll write Bx, By and Bz. Alright. Now what I want you to remember is we will assign few signs here. Okay, assignment of signs. So I cap will assign plus, j cap will assign minus, k cap will assign plus. Okay, so remember this thing. Fine. Now next what we'll do is A cross B. Okay, so A cross B, you can write it as, now I'll tell you how to evaluate this determinant. Okay, so how to evaluate this determinant. So I'm going to write now this one. Okay, so what we'll do here is first consider I cap. Okay, so write I cap, right? Then leave the row and column containing I cap. Fine, leave the row and column containing I cap. Fine, so what we'll do is we will strike out these two. Okay, so this row and this column will strike out. Okay, next see what you're left with. You're left with Ay, Az, By and Bz. Okay, so here we'll do something like cross multiplication. Okay, we'll multiply Ay with Bz. Okay, we'll multiply Ay with Bz. Okay, again Ay can be positive or negative. Now considering the signs you have to multiply, right? Now Ay Bz will write. Okay, so see here I have written Ay Bz. Okay, then minus. Okay, Ay Bz, this minus sign comes automatically. Okay, this minus sign you have to keep it there by default. All right, so Ay Bz I have taken the product. Next minus the product By Az. Okay, next the product By Az. Okay, times I cap we have got. All right, fine. Now next what we'll do is, see I have told you, let us okay, By Az will write. Okay, now let me erase these two. All right, now okay, now let me write that again. So you had I cap, j cap, k cap, Ax, Bx, correct? Fine. Now we have considered I cap and I told you to assign some signs here. Okay, I cap will have positive, j cap will have negative, k cap will have positive. Okay, for time being you remember this. All right, next we'll write minus j cap. Okay, so we'll write this minus j cap. Okay, so minus j cap, then again the same thing, the same way how we did for I cap. So you have to leave the row considering, which is having j minus j cap. You can say j cap. Okay, don't consider the row which is having j cap, and don't consider the column which is having j cap. Okay, now see what you are left with. You are left with ax, az, bx, and bz. Correct? Ax, az, bx, and bz. Fine. Yeah. Now same thing, cross multiplication, something like cross multiplication. So we'll do ax bz, product of ax and bz, minus product of bx and az. Okay, so that is what we write. So ax bz minus bx az. Okay, bx az. All right. So minus j cap, we have got it already. Fine. Next, the same way, what we'll do here is, now let us for the next step we'll do something like, so I cap, j cap, k cap, ax, ay, az, and bx, by, and bz. Now next, when you consider k cap, okay, when you consider k cap, leave this row and leave this column. Okay, right. Now I have assigned plus sign. Okay, so write the same plus sign. So after that, so let me write here plus k cap. Okay, plus k cap times, now again the same multiplication. So ax by minus bx ay. Okay, so ax by minus bx ay. Okay, so this is the result. Okay, so this is the final result. Okay, I hope you understood. So just do once or twice, you will understand. Okay, right. So finally, if you remember the result, okay, the result of vector product, otherwise cross product, right? So the result, okay, so the result is actually a vector. See, we have got a vector itself in terms of x, y, and z components. Correct? See, ay by minus bz by az. So this is actually the magnitude, right? It is the magnitude of, see, you have multiplied with I cap. So this is the magnitude of the component of the result which is along x-axis. Okay, so let us write it neatly. So you can write ay by minus, sorry, the first thing I think it must be ay bz, right? I'm so sorry. So this is ay bz. This is ay bz. Okay, so ay, this is bz here. So ay bz minus, yeah, minus by az. Everything else is right. So by az times I cap. Okay, then if you want, see, you can take minus common in the second term. Okay, in the second term you can take minus common actually. So if you take minus common, then you will get bx az minus ax bz. Okay, same thing. So if you want, you can write it that way. Let me write it that way. So you have bx az minus ax bz times j cap. Okay, plus finally you can write this plus ax by minus bx ay times k cap. See, while evaluating, okay, you have to consider the signs also. Ax if it is negative, by if it is positive. Now this ax and by, it turns out to be negative. Now if bx and ay, one is negative, one is, yeah, let us take it as negative and positive. So this turns out to be negative, and negative of this negative, it turns out to be positive, like that. Okay, so those things are valid. All right, so those things are valid. Fine. Now let us see if we have got the same answer. Yes, as you can see, we have got the same answer here. Right, so you can take a look at this one. So this one, this particular thing. Okay, so we have, if you look at it, we have got the same answer. Fine. All right, so this is how you can actually evaluate the cross product. Okay, cross product or vector product. All right, now let us try to take an example. See, they have given find the scalar and vector product of two vectors a and b. So remember, when in your NCERT book, as I told you, if they if they print a bold letter, it always tells you that it is a vector. All right. So somewhere if they simply write without the bold font, okay, without bold, if they simply write here, you have to understand it. They are talking about the magnitude of this vector. All right. Fine. So please remember that when you are reading from your NCERT textbook. All right. Now, yeah. So let us do the cross product and dot product. All right. Now, if you want, you can take the same example. So dot product, you do it by yourself. Now let me do the cross product here. So a, okay, I have this vector a and b with me, same as in your book now. Okay, now when you perform the cross product, we'll get something like this. So a cross b, as I told you, first write I cap, j cap and k cap in the first row. Then let us assign the signs plus, minus, plus. Okay. Right, now remember that is important. Next, what you can do is write the first vector, components of the first vector a. Right, so this is 3, minus 4 and 5. So you have to write the negative sign also, right? So for minus 4, right? Now this is minus 2, then 1, then minus 3. Okay, now when you perform the cross product, see, let me write here. So I cap, right? So I cap. Now leave the row and column which is having this I cap, right? So you will get minus 4 into minus 3, then 5 into 1, correct? So minus 4 into minus 3 is 12 plus 12 minus 5. Okay, so remember that. So I'll write 12 minus 5. Then the next one is consider minus j cap. Now leave the row and column containing that. So next you have 3 into minus 3, minus 9, then minus of minus 10. Okay, so like this. So what you can write as minus j cap, then 3 into minus 3 is 9, minus of 5 into minus 2. Okay, so that is 10. Minus 10 we'll get, right? Okay, then the last one is k cap. Now we have 3 into 1. Okay, so like this, 3 into 1, then minus of minus 4 into minus 2. Okay, so 3 minus 8 will get, correct? Yeah, 3 minus 8 will get. So 3 minus 8, right? So if you rewrite this properly, so you have it, you can write it as, so this is 12 minus 5, 7 I cap, correct? 7 I cap, then minus j cap into minus 9 plus 10, 1 will get. Okay, then that's all. Then finally plus, or you can write plus k cap into minus 5. Otherwise you can write it as 7 I cap minus j cap minus 5 k cap. This is also fine. Okay, so this is the final result of your A cross B. Alright, so this is the final result what we get. So let us check. 7 minus 1 minus 5. Yeah, you have 7. Oh, you should get minus 7 minus 1 minus 5. Okay, now if you are doing B cross A, see, if you are doing B cross A, then that will be negative of that. Okay, so try to do that. So they have given B cross A also. Now we know that B cross A will be negative of A cross B. Okay, now since this A cross B itself is a vector, we know that, see, we have got it as a vector, right? So B cross A will be minus 7 I cap plus j cap plus 5k cap. Okay, so this is what you get. All right, now B cross A means what you have to do. So remember, you will write bx here first. Okay, so this row, sorry, this, the last row, it should come here. Okay, and the second row, it must come here. Okay, so just switch the rows. Fine, just switch the rows and see if you can get the same answer here. All right, fine. So this is about cross product. All right, fine. So let us see in the next class.